This is my new Range Rover and it has no engine. And this is the SVR block and this is the rest of the engine. And today I'm going to clean and assemble the full engine block with soon to be cleaned and restored main caps and pistons, new bearings, new piston rings, new piston heads and coil rods harvested from a different engine.
Previously, I bought a broken, damaged Range Rover L405 V8 Supercharged from the auction.
This is a hot lot.
Take a chance.
Honestly, if you don't risk it for a biscuit.
What are you gonna do? Play it safe?
Yeah. And I won this car for £6,450. At the beginning, I assumed it was only a timing chain failure, and I was prepared to fix the problem with the engine in the car. However, upon further inspection,
Is that a valve? That could be a valve, I'm not too sure.
I realized that the problem went deeper than that, and I discovered a broken cylinder head, which was damaged beyond repair. At this point, I had only one experience in rebuilding an engine, which was the 3-liter TDV6 Range Rover that we previously rebuilt. So now I have to teach myself how to rebuild a 5-liter V8 Range Rover. But firstly,
We need to clean, hone the engine to absolute perfection. And by that, I mean really clean, really clean, like you're about to have a surgery. So without further ado, let's roll the first montage. So the montage that you have just witnessed took me 4 days to complete. Now to a normal person, it's a 1-day job, maybe 2-day jobs. For me, it took me 4 days because I have OCD. It's as simple as that. So we have a beautiful, shiny, clean engine, and I am extremely looking forward to move on. So of course, you did see me using sandpaper, and I want to be absolutely clear about this. The sandpaper that you've seen me using is a very fine sandpaper. The point of it was to remove old gasket materials. Okay, this is very important. And if you pay close attention to what I've used, I don't know what it called, the sander block, whatever it is, it actually has a sponge. So by all means, the point was not to make it flat. We will check for flatness using a straight edge, and I'm pretty sure it will be okay because I've not touched it basically. On my videos, there's a new feature. It's called Hype. When you click Hype, it tells YouTube that more people should watch this video. And I'd really appreciate it if you click Hype, if you liked our work so far. But for now, let's carry on into the next job. We need to clean the pistons, the main caps.
I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. what I do when I'm out. So try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Lay my troubles to rest. Blow the smoke through my cigarette. City lights looking fine, and I know this is my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out. So try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Look at the beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else.
It is absolutely satisfying how they turn out to be. It's so shiny and nice and clean, and I'm looking forward to push forward and complete the job. We need to do next the crankshaft. So let's get the crankshaft outside and inspect it, measure it, then we can go ahead and install the bearings. Before we move forward, I need to show you something important. I need to prove to you that the engine is flat, because I am 100% sure a lot of you will say to me and question if the engine is flat. This is a feeler gauge. This one, it measures at 0.04 millimeter. So it's very, very thin. It's thinner than a paper, than an A4 paper. And this is a straight edge. You can see here at the end of it, it has a piece of rubber. The straight edge is a piece of metal basically, machined, and it has a true edge. We are going to gently put it on the engine in different and various positions. We're gonna do one here, one in the middle, one down, this way and that way, and in multiple positions. We're gonna go on this side of the engine, the other side of the engine, and on the back of the engine as well. We're gonna go with this feeler gauge underneath it and see if it passes. If it passes underneath it, that means the engine is warped or it has a gap. But if it doesn't pass underneath it, that means the engine is completely straight as this edge. That's why this edge is covered by a rubber to keep it protected, because we want to make sure that this is 100% straight. This cost me, what, like £60? If I drop it on the floor, it's garbage. It cannot be dropped on the floor. It's really serious stuff. Now, some people don't use a feeler gauge and use a light, and they say if you can see the light on the other side, then it's bad. So we're gonna put it here gently, okay? And then we're gonna go with the feeler gauge like that and go underneath. See, it does not go underneath it. It doesn't go, nothing. It doesn't pass through it. And let's pretend there's a dent. I'll show you. So it'll go underneath it. Can you see?
Yes.
See how it goes? You can see that's going from the other side. Can you see that?
Yes.
However, if there's nothing there, it doesn't go in. See? That's a pure evidence that what I did with the sandpaper did not damage the engine block. If it did, then that's damage and you need to go to a machine shop.
I'll be your light. Be your light. I'll be your light. If it gets too dark, I'll be your light. Be your light. I'll be your light. If it gets too dark,
everything we have done so far was preparation for the surgery. And from now on, we are going to start the surgery. This is the exciting bit, for me at least. Before that, everything was just hard work, back-breaking, dirty stuff. So you can see here, even my t-shirt, I changed my t-shirt because you need a clean t-shirt, clean gloves, clean everything. But for now, we are going to assemble the crankshaft. Assembling the crankshaft is a very precise operation. Therefore, at the beginning of the footage, the first thing when you open the video, the first thing you saw is me telling you I'm gonna assemble new bearings. And the bearings were in a white box. However, I changed my mind about those bearings and I have returned them. I've rejected them because they weren't the correct measurements like I want them. They weren't the correct fitment. And these are the new bearings that I bought that fits the engine better to the correct specifications. So I want to explain something to you without being too boring. So I'm not going to go into too much details. I'm just going to touch the surface on how the crankshaft actually works and what we're about to do next. Because it's very, very important and vital for your car. The crankshaft sits in the center of the engine and it moves your cars, it moves your wheels. If the crankshaft is not right, your wheels will not move correctly. Or actually your car won't move, I should say. If we look at the crankshaft horizontal, the crankshaft looks like this, like a circle. And around the crankshaft there are two parts. There is the part that goes like this, and that is the engine. It's similar to like this, not exactly. And then there is another part, which is the main cap. The main cap sits like this. Now, in between, can you see, there's a gap. Now, in this gap, what we're gonna find is the bearings. So the bearing will go like this, and it goes here. And then here is the same thing. There's a small bearing. I know my drawing is very bad. Let's pretend the engine stops here, actually, just for a better illustration. That's the bearings are green, okay? This is why the bearing is a sacrificial layer, because the red, which is the main cap, is non-moving object, and the blue, which is the engine, is non-moving object. However, the crankshaft is a moving object. So the crankshaft is continuously turning. As long as your engine is on, your crankshaft is moving. Whether your car is moving or not, your crankshaft is continuously moving, believe it or not. As long as your engine is running, that means the crankshaft is running. In between, we have oil. And that's the most important bit of the whole engine, oil. And a thin film of oil sits here, all around the crankshaft. So in theory, the crankshaft doesn't actually touch the bearings, it actually touch the oil. So you have crankshaft, oil, bearing, and then the engine parts outside. If you do not change your oil on a regular basis, this oil will become dirty. If this oil becomes dirty, your engine or your crankshaft will be running on the bearings. If it does so, it will damage the bearing. If it goes through the bearing, then it'll go through the engine, and then you'll have knocking noise. If you have the knocking noise, your crankshaft is damaged, your engine is damaged. That's why it's very important to always have a clean oil. This oil here, this film of oil, is very, very small. Let me assemble the crankshaft and show you how it's done rather than telling you. So now it's close to midnight and we are both absolutely knackered. We've been working very hard to make sure this crankshaft actually assembled correctly, and we can't leave it halfway. Now the crankshaft is completely assembled. I have not twisted it once because you're not allowed to twist it while you're assembling it. And now for the first time in front of the camera, we're gonna twist it and see if it turns. If it turns and grinds, there's a big problem. If it doesn't grind, then that's good. That is so nice. So good, no sound whatsoever. Okay, I want to see how much torque do we need to turn it, okay? What? It's not clicking. I put it at 10 thinking, oh, it's gonna click at 10, but it's not clicking on 10. What? Nice. We're getting better at this, Alex.
Yes.
It's the second engine, but we're getting better. Let's go down to 5. No. Oh. What? Okay, I wasn't not expecting that. There's nothing under 5 here. This is
2.5.
Well, yeah, maybe 2.5. Let's see. I mean, 8? No, I don't have. So how are we gonna measure it? Yeah. The weight of the ratchet is moving the, can you see? The weight of the ratchet is moving the crankshaft. Nice. Wow!
This is beautiful.
We have a full assembled crankshaft. Listen, I am knackered. I wanna go home. Yeah. Let's go home and then we'll come back in the morning. And it's the next day just like that. We're feeling fresh, it's early morning and we are on the last stretch. We have to put the side bolts in, piston rings, and then assemble the pistons. Let's carry on right now. Oh, wow, it's crazy. We have actually done it. We have completed the engine block. I could hear some noise, but that is the piston rings scratching on the walls, that's how we should operate. And just bear in mind, there is no oil in the engine. It's just an assembly lube. The red thing is called assembly lube. But the biggest question that we have right now, how much torque do I need to put in the engine to rotate the crankshaft? For that, we need to use a torque, okay? In the 3 liter, when we did the 3 liter, it was 18 Newton meter, Alex,
something
I think?
Like
18 Newton meter.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I have to probably watch my previous video so I can check. And maybe you guys can do the same. Watch my previous video to check if it was 18. I think it was 18. But for now, to test it, well, we can go by 17.5 Newton meter and see if that's going to click or not. If it does click, that means it's over 17.5. If it does not click, that means it's under. So let's see. So there's a click.
But it's still going.
No. Still going. Maybe because there's no oil. Okay, but still going. So maybe it's close to 17.5, but it's not quite 17.5. I want to put 16. Click. No. Click. Click.
Yeah.
Click. Yeah. So it is 16 Newton meter. If it's 16 Newton meter, okay, yeah, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So it's roughly 16 Newton meter, which is great, which is better than the 3 liter. This is great, great news. Now, let's see from the other side. I would like to show you from the other side.
Yes.
So let's see how it looks like from this side. Can the camera pick it up like this?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so let's turn. I'm gonna do my best to be able to turn it.
Yeah.
So let's see. So this is how your engine would rotate, and this is what is referred to as RPM on your dashboard. You'll always find RPM, rotation per minute. This is how the engine works. This is the engine block, and this engine block would have cost me just under 15 grand from Range Rover, from Land Rover, brand new. But instead, we have sourced all of our parts from the L405 and from the L322. And with that in mind, guys, I thank you very much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe for future videos, and make sure to hype this video so we can reach more audience. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.